If you're using WordPress on your podcast, you've got to watch today because I'm going to tell you how to avoid the white screen of death.
The School of Podcasting with Dave Jackson.
Hey, I'm Dave Jackson from the School of Podcasting.com, where I help you plan, launch, and grow your podcast. And let me show you an email I got. It's basically saying, hey, your website is having a serious problem. And I went out to it and it was like, oh, holy cow. Usually what this means, like, it's just a white screen. There's really not much else. I think it was error something, can't establish database. And that basically means your host, or at least you're going to spend a couple hours deleting plugins, troubleshooting, things of that nature. And I've gone through this a couple times. I have a love-hate relationship with WordPress. I love the fact that you can do just about anything with your website on WordPress. I love the fact that there's a huge community, but I also hate the fact that there are a lot of people that try to hack it, and there are a lot of things that can go wrong. So I've had two websites that have had this before, usually about every 4 years or so. And so after the last time, I was like, nope. The key is, and I always say, I don't hate WordPress, but if you're using WordPress, you need to have at least one, if not two, backup systems running. So what I did is I use a system called Manage WP, and I'm going to do this live. And so I've got a couple websites that I use this on. And what this enables, it's going out, it's checking all my different websites. And when it gets done here, you will see where it'll say how many plugins are out of date, how many spam messages I have, things of that nature. And so it takes a second for it to go. You'll see here, let me get me out of the way. You'll see there's a progress bar right there on the right-hand side. So I can kind of see what's going on. There we go. 14 plugins need updated, one theme, 828 spam messages. And all I have to do now, the other thing is I have my website set up to back up every day. And so I'm just going to click here and go update all. And it says, are you sure? And I'm like, yep, because again, I've got a backup. If this goes horribly wrong, I've got a backup. So I'll click on update, and the same thing for the spam messages. And again, you get a little progress bar over here in the upper right-hand corner, and you'll see when it gets done. And what I did is I went in to my website, and I believe it was the Podcast Rodeo Show. Yep. And you'll see where there's an option here, view backups. And I clicked on it and I said, hey, let's restore the one from a couple days ago. I click on that and click on restore. And it was literally that simple. Within minutes, it was back up and running. So if you are using WordPress, I highly recommend Manage WP. It's a really cool system. It is owned by GoDaddy. And I know some people are like, GoDaddy. It works fine. It was a great plugin. That's why GoDaddy bought it. Now, you might be saying, well, how much does this cost? If you go out to the website here, I'm looking at the backup. You can get a free monthly backup, but for me, I want a daily backup. And the reason I do that is you'll see if I scroll down, you're looking at $2 a month. And the headache that eliminated is definitely worth that. And it all depends on what you're doing and what, different, they have different features. You can have unlimited sites, which is great. And depending on what you're doing, you can have it monitor your uptime and things like that. But for the backup thing, it's definitely worth the $2 a month. I do believe I have it set to check some stats and things like that. It's all, the thing I love about it, it's all under one login, and then it goes to all my websites. It's all secure. And if you want to avoid the white screen of death, because it's going to come for you, what you need is the ability to go, hey, can I go back a couple days when I didn't have the white screen of death and put my website back to that? If you want to check it out, schoolofpodcasting.com/managewp. And that is my affiliate link, but I think I make, 13 cents if you sign up, something like that. But that's a way to avoid the hassles. And that's really what I try to do with the School of Podcasting. I get you going in the right direction. Thanks for watching.